we've got some brand new reports about Marvel's plans for the X-Men after Avengers Endgame. Also want to talk about some crazy fan theory speculation stuff. We've got to break it all down.
Stay up to date about the nerdy things that you care about. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. You made it through another work week. Now, before we get into this crazy news, I need to shout out Matt Doval, who got the nerd card question correct in the last Marvel video that I did. You definitely know your stuff when it comes to Marvel. So shout out to you, Matt, and we'll do another nerd card question at the end of this video. No, guys, Hugh Jackman is not going to be in Endgame. And now that that is out of the way, we can actually get into the real news, and there is some real news about the X-Men in the MCU.
I'm curious, what makes you so curious?
I saw this report on MCU Exchange, who is covering something that comes from We've Got This Covered, and it's all about these rumblings and rumors in Hollywood that several X-Men projects are being pitched to Marvel Studios for the Disney Plus streaming service. Man, this streaming service, like, they are really putting a lot of shows on this thing. Now, these are just rumors, but there's likely a little bit of fire where this smoke is coming from. I think it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. I mean, the Disney Streaming Plus service is a big thing for Disney. They're really trying to push this. Marvel is one of their biggest, most popular IPs. It will definitely push some viewers over there. The X-Men are this incredible property that people are incredibly excited to see adapted into the MCU. And so it just makes sense. It's perfect. Introduce some of your X-Men on a show in the Disney streaming platform. Another reason why I believe this report is because a lot of the films in the next couple of years for Marvel are already in development, some of them into later stages of development. And so it wouldn't really make sense for Marvel to drastically change the plans of those film projects to include mutants or to include members of the X-Men. Instead, when it comes to the streaming service, this stuff's just getting off the ground. So they're just now developing a lot of this stuff when it comes to the Falcon show, the Loki show, the Scarlet Witch thing, you know, other stuff that's rumored. Dang, there's, like I said, there's a lot of rumored shows for this freaking service. But yeah, so all that stuff's like kind of just getting started. It would make sense, like, hey, let's put the X-Men over there. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm actually a big fan of adapting the Fantastic Four for like a really big, nice show on the streaming service. I think just the family dynamic there would make a lot of sense, but there's equally a lot of family dynamics in the X-Men and different offshoots of the X-Men, so I guess it could make sense in that way as well. Now, this is not to say Marvel couldn't include some mutant characters or even members of the X-Men in a few of the Marvel movies in the next couple of years, but I really think that they'll utilize this streaming service to put like an offshoot show or maybe focus on one mutant character that might not even make it to the silver screen for the big X-Men movie. And I do believe that Marvel has every intention to launch X-Men as a franchise in the MCU, and they'll launch it with a big old movie. This will be like a new Charles Xavier, a new Magneto, Wolverine, Jean Grey, that whole kit and caboodle. I do believe that's coming to the MCU, but we might get an offshoot, maybe a Gambit show, maybe a young Wolverine show, you know, maybe some offshoot X-Men-y thing going on in the streaming service. I really think it makes a lot of sense. Also, guys, when it comes to the X-Men in the MCU, there's a new sort of stream of consciousness that started in the fandom where we believe that perhaps the Infinity Stones are unlocking mutant abilities, possibly causing the mutations that we'll see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, a lot of this has to do with Scarlet Witch and Pietro, Quicksilver, the version that we got in the MCU. They were both given their powers by the Mind Stone. However, it's recently been retconned, and now a lot of Marvel material refer to these stones unlocking the latent abilities of Scarlet Witch, perhaps not giving her powers, but unlocking her latent mutant abilities. And if something crazy happens in Endgame involving the Infinity Stones again, which is, you know, pretty likely, it could cause some kind of big event that causes a bunch of mutants to come into the MCU. That could be a very interesting way for them and the mutant phenomenon to be introduced into the MCU. So let me know what you think about that, and let me know what you think about the stories of mutants and X-Men shows being pitched at Marvel Studios. That's gonna do it for this one, but let's check the nerd card before we get out of here. I wanna know, in X-Men #1, what was the original X-Men lineup? Name all the members in the comment section below. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Got a bunch of good ones coming out, and hopefully we'll be able to live stream again soon. Bye-bye.